Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day today. As you can tell from the title of this video, we are gonna be testing out fake products again compared to the original one. This half of my face has been done using all fake products, and this half of the face is the original one. I have a mascara, an eyebrow product, a lipstick, an eyeshadow palette, concealer and the blush today, but the foundation, the bronzer, contour highlight are not part of the video. Nevertheless, I feel like I have a lot of great products for you today, and like I said, this is gonna be a series, so the journey doesn't end here. I have more to come. So if you're interested, definitely don't forget to subscribe. I want to jump right into it to show you which products I picked for today's video. And before we jump into it, please remember, I'm not trying to tell you to buy fake products. I don't always agree with the price point of makeup products. Some of them are extremely expensive. However, I will always disagree with fake products and purchasing fake products, because you need to remember that the fake products give you a fake ingredient list and a fake location of manufacturing, which means you will have no one to contact regarding to your problems. You will have no way of telling if anything is harmful, if you're allergic to anything in that product. You literally have no idea what is in the product, and I honestly say, if you cannot afford the higher end product, I completely understand. Please go and find a drugstore option. I have plenty of videos of duping really expensive products, and most of them are really good dupes. Stick to those, don't buy the fakes. This video is purely for educational purposes. I am just trying to show you how to decide if the product you purchased is fake or not. And the reason I do a half-half is because I want to show you how the fake one will work on the skin, how it will look on the skin, and I would never use this opportunity to recommend any fake products to you. Even if I say that something looks okay, that still doesn't mean that I even 1% recommend that product, because I don't. Let's jump into the video and let me show you which products I picked for today's video and how we created this look. So the first product we're going to be applying is the Nars Soft Matte Complete Concealer. As you can see, the packaging is really similar. The only notable difference is that on the fake one, the name of the color is on a sticker, whilst on the real one, it is actually printed on the box. Also on the real one, above the barcode, you have a serial code as well. And obviously on the fake one, the barcode is incorrect. I purchased the shade Creme Brulee in both of them, because with the real one, that is my shade. Once you open the box and you take out the products, you can see that they are still eerily similar. They even weight exactly the same and feel exactly the same in your hand. The only difference you will get is when you open them. The fake one gets a bit stuck. It opens a little bit more difficult than the real one. The real one just slides open really nicely. And once you open them, you can also see that the fake Creme Brulee shade is actually really off. It's a really light yellow shade, whilst the real one is a really true to skin color shade. It's a pinky, very natural shade. So as always, I'm gonna be using the fake one on this side of the face, and I actually have a spot on both sides, so it's gonna be perfect to cover them up. I already used my Too Faced concealer under my eyes, because this is not an under eye concealer, this is to conceal your face. So on this side, I'm gonna place the fake one. As you can tell, the color is really off. Don't worry, we're gonna blend it out in a second. I'm also gonna add a little bit of this just here I always try to brighten up this area because I started having some frown lines and I'm not really happy about that. The fake one also smells really, really bad, like your grandmother's soap used to smell 30 years ago. I'm gonna place the real one on this side. As you can see, it's a much better match for my skin tone. It almost just blends into the foundation naturally. It's also less creamy. The fake one is really slippery creamy. I'm just gonna show you the sound of opening it. So this is how you open and close the real one. And this is how you open and close the fake one. I'm gonna blend this out just with my finger. The fake one didn't cover up the spot. It actually just moved the foundation away, so it's looking even worse than before. The fake one is available around £5 on eBay. The original one is £24, so it is actually quite expensive concealer, but from what I can tell, I have been using this for a while now and I hardly used up anything. So you need such a small amount of this product to cover up any spot that I think it's gonna last a really long time. Also, the real one doesn't settle into any lines and doesn't add any texture. That's why everyone seems to love this concealer, because normally when you add the concealer on top of a spot or any skin flow scar you have, it will cover up the color of it, but it also will add texture on top of it, so it's actually gonna sometimes emphasize that flow on the skin, whilst this concealer beautifully melts into the skin and doesn't add any texture whatsoever. I never had any concealer cover up my spots or imperfections as nicely as this does. So I definitely recommend this concealer. As far as the real one goes, the fake one, it adds texture and it moves your foundation around, so that's a no-no. Okay, so the next product that we're going to apply is the eyebrow product. And I have the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dipbrow Pomade here for you today. I purchased the real one and the fake one in the shade medium brown. As you can see, the packaging is slightly different. That is because the packaging of the fake one is still the old packaging with the logo she used to use. She doesn't seem to be using this logo anymore, and she also changed the writing of Beverly Hills. Since the two packaging opens a different way, as you can tell, and once you open the packaging, you can see that the sticker on the fake one is seriously misplaced and completely different than the real one. Both the real and the fake one has the same Anastasia logo on the top. However, funnily enough, the fake one is engraved. It actually looks better done than the real one. However, when you take off the lid, inside the lid there is a protective white piece of plastic, and you can see that in the fake one it's too big. It doesn't go all the way in, whilst on the real one it's exactly the right size. The product itself also appears to be much lighter than the real medium brown shade. And whilst the real one is a quite dry, thick, pigmented formula, the fake one is really, really slippery, and when you touch it, it almost feels like melted chocolate. And I'm really concerned that this would not stay on anyone's eyebrows. To apply these Dipbrow brow pomades, we are gonna be using Anastasia's brush. I have the real one in number 14, which is the smaller one that you can purchase on her own website. And for the fake one, I have the most famous brow brush, which is number 12. Number 12 is slightly bigger than number 14, and I much prefer number 14, but to be honest with you, even number 14 is a little bit thicker than I normally like. I normally use my Zoeva eyeliner brush to apply the brow pomade, and it works just fine. The real brush cost me £18, which is probably the most expensive brush I own, and the fake one came for free with the Dipbrow pomade, which cost me £2.50, so that was a really good deal. I mean, you know what I mean, it was really cheap. The real Dipbrow pomade is £19, but I swear it's gonna last you ages. So I'm gonna apply the real one first because I know exactly how that one works. I normally don't use the Dipbrow pomade on its own. I normally use it along the eyebrow pencil, so I would normally sketch out the lines of my eyebrow with the pencil and then go in and fill it in with the brow pomade. But for the sake of this video, we are just gonna be using the pomade on its own, because I feel like if I use a pencil with the fake one, you're never gonna really see how it works. I'll be honest with you, the Dipbrow pomade is good value for the money, because for £19 you get a lot of product and it's gonna last you a really long time. However, I still prefer the eyebrow pencils. I just feel like they're so much more natural. With this one, I almost feel like I have sharpie brows. Okay, let's get into applying the fake one now with the fake brush, which, like I said, it's thicker than the original brush. But actually it's not a bad brush at all, especially considering that for £2.50 I got both of them, and the real one cost me almost £40 for the two. Okay, so like I said, this is really slippery. And it's not just slippery, but also moves around. So when I go back to an area where I already have the brow pomade placed and I want to work on that line a little bit, it just removes the color. Alright, I feel like I managed to fill in the brows. In real life they look like the same color. I think in camera the real one looks ashier, but I may be wrong. I don't know, they look really similar once you apply them, but the fake one has a certain shine to it, so it definitely looks more like a cream that you just slapped on. And I can tell just by looking at it that if I touch the fake one, it would come right off, and I know that the real one has a really good staying power. So don't be fooled, get the real one. On the face, as you can tell, I have already done bronzing, highlighting, contouring. I have the blush missing, and as I mentioned in my previous video where I told you that as soon as I find a fake version of the MAC Peaches blush, I will include it. Well, that day has come. These fake products just seem to appear and disappear on eBay. I guess sometimes they go on and they just delete all of them, and then the people selling them just start uploading them again, because when I first checked it, I checked it everywhere and I couldn't find any fake MAC blush. And then when I purchased this one, I just went onto the website and boom, there was a really wide selection of shades. Anyway, so this is the original one. As you can tell from the swatches on the screen, the real one is a really beautiful pinky orange shade. Absolutely stunning on my fair skin, but I believe it would be stunning on many other skin tones as well, because a shade like this suits a lot of different skin tones. And as you can see, the fake one is a really light shade. It doesn't have any pinkness to it. It's just a really light orange shade. The real one cost £19.50 and the fake one cost me £7.50, so it was actually really expensive. Please bear in mind that just because something seems to be too expensive to be fake, it doesn't mean that it's not going to be fake, because I have purchased products that were the same price or more expensive than the original one would be, and they were fake. So don't try to assume based on the price if it's gonna be real or not. I'm gonna take the real one first, the real shade Peaches, and apply it on this side. Oh, I love this blush, it's so stunning. It's exactly how I would look like if I was blushing. And I'm gonna clean my brush and take the fake one. You can even see next to my face, it's so much lighter than my blush should be. I'm gonna place it here. Yeah, this literally does nothing. I know I already have bronzer on, so if you see product here, that's because I have my bronzer on already, but the blush itself is not coming to this party. So let's get into the eye makeup now, and for today's video we are gonna be using the Huda Beauty New Nude palette. If you check my channel, you will see that I have done several videos on this palette already, comparing it to other palettes. This is one of my favorite palettes at the moment. This palette retails for £56, so it is the most expensive palette I have up to date. Obviously, sometimes you have the option to purchase it cheaper, so if you do, I would highly encourage you to go and do so. But yeah, I paid full price for it when I purchased mine. And here is the fake one. I purchased this one for I think £5 or £6, but I have seen some people selling fakes for £20 to £30. I think I even see one for £40, which is crazy. This palette even came with a broken mirror. I don't know if I can show you. Yeah, when I order these fakes, I always contact the seller and I tell them that your product is fake. And this seller was actually trying to claim that no, it's not, this one is not a fake. And I was like, oh my god, please stop. If you touch the original, if you just hold the original, it feels so different to this one. First of all, the real one is a really hard, good quality cardboard packaging. This one is a cheap cardboard packaging. The picture itself is almost transparent. The real one is hardly transparent. Like, they are completely different. Come on. Also, this fake one has like 4 different glitter shades, and they are not glitter shades like the Huda Beauty palette has them. They are not like this full-on glitter shades. No, this is some rubbish gel that they put some glitter on. And I will show you now in the swatches that when you swatch these glitter shades, they are like nothing. They are so useless. The whole palette is actually so bad. The only shades I like are probably these 3. The last one, Kinky, is actually almost the same as the original. These 3 shimmery shades they're really quite alright. Some of the matte shades are not bad either, but I mean, all of these glitter shades are absolutely hideous. I'm gonna go through very quickly because I want you to see how they compare next to each other. Most of the shades are absolutely nothing like each other. For example, the shade Love Bite is supposed to be a dark purple shade. In the fake one, it's a dark burgundy shade with a lot of pink in it. The shade Lace is supposed to be really beautiful subtle purple shade. In the fake one it's a pinky peachy shade. Like I said, don't even mention the glittery shades because they are completely wrong. The glittery shade that you're supposed to have are actually shimmery shades, so the whole thing is just a big joke, honestly, completely off. So if you purchase this and it looks like this, you need to claim your money back straight away. But obviously, for the sake of today's video, we are gonna try to create something. I don't know what though, because I can't use any of the shimmery shades, because in the fake one they are these glitter shades. I have a real and a fake Zoeva soft crease brush for you. So like before, I'm gonna be applying the fake eyeshadows with the fake brush. Before I would go into applying any shades though, I'm gonna be using this MAC paint pot in the shade Painterly on both eyes. As you can see, I'm not completely horrible to this eyeshadow palette. I am giving it a chance. Although I can already tell based on the swatches that it's gonna fail really horribly. I decided to start with a mixture of Teddy and Play. Hopefully this will give us a nice peachy brown color. And I'm gonna take some more of Play on its own and run it down under the eyes. Now I'm gonna take the fake brush and again take a mixture of Teddy and Play on the fake side. Hello. I really have to dig into these shades to get something out of it. And because I have used so much product, I'm having a lot of fallout as well. Now I'm gonna take the shade Tease, which is a darker, really cool toned brown. And with this pencil brush, I'm just gonna place that on the outer corner of the eye. Like I said, I'm trying to work with mainly what shades today. I'm gonna use Kinky though, because that one seems to be working fine in both palettes. And I'm gonna clean this brush and go into the Tease shade from the fake palette and just start placing that shade here on the outer corner. The shade Tease in the fake palette seems to be much lighter and much more of a red. The real one almost turns into a dark, cool toned purplish shade, and the fake one is almost like a burgundy shade. And it's much harder to build on it. Can you see that in the corner of the eye the color is almost missing? I'm gonna take a smaller applicator brush and I'm gonna apply the lighter shade in the inner third of the eye, and this lighter shade is called Bear. And then I'm taking the same shade from the fake palette. Okay, so this shade is definitely not as opaque and also not as white. It seems to be more of a beigey, yellowy color, and I don't think it's possible to build this shade up because it's not getting any more opaque than that. And now, like I said, I'm gonna use the shade Kinky on both sides of the face. I'm gonna take some of this shade with my finger, and I'm just gonna place it in the middle like this. And after that we're gonna go back with a bit more of the white shade to blend these two together. But first I'm gonna place the shade Kinky on the fake side as well. Like I said, this is actually a good one. So I take the shade Bear again on this applicator and I apply a bit more of it, and I do the same thing on the fake side. And now we're gonna take a little bit of Kinky again, and just to create that ombre effect. Now, because like I said, there's no good light shimmery shade in the fake palette, I'm gonna be using my Anastasia Sun Dipped Glow Kit instead, and I'm gonna dip a small brush into the shade Summer, and I'm gonna add that one into the inner corner of both eyes. Okay, so I just applied some eyeliner and some white eye pencil under my eyes, and now we're gonna move on to mascara. And in today's video I have a mascara that I recently reviewed on my channel, and that is the Benefit Badgal Bang Mascara. This mascara normally retails for £22. Sometimes you can get obviously a discount on it. The fake one was £4 and it was coming from China, so it took for a while to get here. So how to identify if you have a fake? First of all, on the packaging of the fake one, just like before with the Too Faced, the skin color of the girls looks really odd. It looks almost like they have purple skin. Second of all, on the real one, the outer packaging feels matte, rubbery. The fake one feels like a cheap plastic. Other than that though, it looks really similar. The only thing I want to say is that on the real one, the letters are leaning more towards pink, or the pink fuchsia shade. On the fake one, they're more like a purpley lavender shade. And when you open them, as you can see, the real one is really straight, very small bristles, very similar to the Lush Princess mascara, and it's really flexible. The fake one is also really flexible. The bristles are longer though, and whilst the first one is a cone shape, the second one is slightly getting more narrow towards the end. Thanks God the fake one doesn't smell bad like it did last time. Just because it doesn't smell bad doesn't mean that I'm not gonna go blind from it, but I'm just gonna be really careful. So I'm gonna start with the real one, just applying as normal. This mascara is really good in lengthening your lashes, not as much volumizing, but definitely lengthening. So if you have a lot of lashes but they're really short, then you're gonna love this mascara. So that's the real one. And now I'm gonna go straight on with the fake one because I just want to get down with this part. Okay, so as you can see, the fake one is not doing anything. It doesn't lengthen them, it doesn't curl them, it doesn't volumize them. If you don't want to spend your money on the real one, I would suggest you to just go and purchase the Essence Lush Princess for £3.50, which is just as good as the Benefit one, so don't waste your money on a fake one. Alright, and the last product for the day is going to be the Kat Von D Everlasting Liquid Lipstick in the shade Berlin. If you have seen my previous videos, you probably saw me using this shade before. Honestly, this is the only shade I have from her so far. I do really like some of her shades. Most of them are a little bit too colorful for me. I purchased a lot of Lime Crime Velveteens and Nars Audacious lipsticks recently, and those are all really expensive, and quite honestly I don't need more lipsticks for the next 10 to 20 years. But I found that this shade Berlin was really unique, and I didn't have this in my collection yet, so I decided to purchase this one. The original cost me £17 and the fake one cost me £2.50. As you can see from the swatch, the real one is much more vibrant, the fake one is much more of a subtle pink. Also, the fake one is really patchy, but when they dry down, they both fully dry down, meaning that they're not gonna transfer and they're completely kiss proof. So I'm gonna apply on this half of my lips the real Berlin. So that's the real Berlin. And I'm gonna take the fake Berlin. The fake Berlin has a really bad smell to it, actually. And as you can see, the color is completely off, although it is a really nice shade, and it's definitely not as off as the fake Pure Hollywood was, which turned out to be like a lavender shade, but it's still off. I'm just waiting for them to dry down before I would test if they're gonna stick my lips together. I know the real one doesn't, but I want to see if the fake one does. Okay, so the fake one was slightly sticky at first, but I feel like once you separate your lips a couple of times, it gets better. Even the shades look much more similar now that they dried down. It's definitely not bad, but still the smell really concerns me, and I don't know how much it's gonna burn and dry out my lips. So I definitely want to go on and remove this as soon as possible. That's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it useful. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because I would love to have you here. And take care of yourself till the next time. I will see you very soon. Bye.